All right, I'm gonna pause it there. So from what I gather here, is obviously it's happening in a parking lot, right? It's happening in a parking lot. Mom is obviously trying to, I'm assuming she's trying to get him to go in the van or the car, right? Yeah, cute little guy, by the way. I like the little Spider-Man shirt he has. And
I know, right? Yeah. Well, we're not sure what's going on, right? Like, because, in ABA we need to know the context, but it looks like the little guy is trying to pull mom to other direction, probably the store direction. So I'm guessing the tantrum might be related to the stores.
The transition, correct. So let's continue watching here. Okay. Okay, so she's saying you want to go on timeout. So I mean, obviously, like when we talk about it we provide tips, right, to parents. We always try to say not to give any. What's it like the word like not to say something you're not gonna follow through with, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say first, it's probably something that the mom is not gonna do. Second is we in ABA nowadays we want to focus on the positives, right? You don't want to give something negative, like a negative quote unquote consequence, right? Because timeout usually people, when we talk about timeout, is a negative consequence. So we don't want to actually say something like that for sure.
All right, let's see what else happens. Okay, so obviously he hits other vehicle there, the other van next to them, and you saw mom's reactions. Like, you do not hit that, So I feel like he's getting a lot of obviously the reaction from mom there. We get it. I mean, it's not easy. It's a rough situation there in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see mom has a lot of stuff in her hands, like the blanket and all that. If I were her, I would probably put the blankets back into the car first, quickly, so that she has like a spare hand to kind of have a better control, over the situation.
Correct.
Little tip.
Yeah.
Breathe. Go out there. Honey, listen. I understand that you really wanted to win the card,
okay, so I'll pause it there. So I think so far what I noticed, I mean, from my point of view, it's a bit dangerous. Yeah. Like right now the kid is the boy is pretty agitated. He's kind of like swinging his feet everywhere. I think mom has a high risk right now of getting hurt, and also the kid getting hurt. So I don't know if I would have waited out a little bit outside the car. What do you think? I don't know. It's just.
Well, what I'm gonna do is, because there are a lot of different techniques, right? In terms of like using the ABA, right? So this kind of, I'm sure this kind of situation is not the first time. If not, mom wouldn't be like videotaping it, wouldn't be acting this way if it's the first time. Right? So if it's the first time, it's a transition, then maybe mom should think about something more proactive. Right?
Yeah.
Having a timer, or talking to him in terms of like pre-mag in terms of like, if you get in the car, then what are we gonna do, right? As a reinforcement. So to do it better, I would say mom should think about some ways that can proactively prevent these behaviors from happening. you
Correct.
know. But at the same time, you also talk about like maybe waiting outside of the car.
Yeah, this
know,
particular one right here, yeah, this specific one right here, I think that if you're like with the child and he's kind of like I said, at least from because I don't know it's and it sounds like she couldn't get him in the car because he literally brought him out again, and I think she's trying to talk to him, trying to ease him out and calm him down. So, it's a tough one. This is a tough one.
We're not going back. You need to get in the car. Everybody in the restaurant is watching you right now.
Okay, so we found out what he wanted, or what he's looking for. He's trying to get access to those animals. He said, I don't know if it's like some toys or I don't know, candy or something, but definitely it's animals. That's something to do with animals.
Yeah, probably in the store or something, right?
Yeah.
You know what? We're not. No. Stop it right now. Stop. Okay, this is enough. Come on, leave your arm here. Come on. Okay. So we're just gonna hang out here? We're just gonna get in the car? We're just gonna hang out here? Should we go?
Yeah, this obviously like she's trying hard, really trying hard to get the boy in the van. That's hard.
It's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, what would you do? You know,
Oh man, I kind of feel like I said, at least from my point of view, I don't know if I would have maybe just kind of waited out a little bit outside the van, like or the car, because kind of trying to like physically put him in there right now. Like I'm afraid mom's gonna get hurt, or the kid's gonna get hurt. He can hit his head against. Yeah, he can hit his head against the side of the car, or many things could happen. So I don't know, maybe just wait, because I feel like he was calming down for a second there, and he was kind of like. It looked like he was kind of like, like showing some more regulation with his breathing, but it kind of got amped up again right now, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see here.
We're not going back in, Jaden. We're not. No, we are not. No, we are not going back in. We are not going back in. Jaden, we're not going back in.
So far the behavior of like pushing away, kicking, swinging, doing all that's working for the boy. I mean, obviously like he didn't get in the car again. That's like its second attempt for mom to pick him up and get him in there, and now she had to put him down again.
Yeah. Another thing that I want to point out is about the mom positioning. Because the doors look like it's the other direction, right? It's not the van direction. So if I were mom, I would probably stand on the other side.
So true. It's dangerous because, like, you're right. There could be a elopement, and there might be like a traffic cars coming on the opposite side. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good point.
Yeah. So if mom positions herself at the other direction, then it's less likely to get hurt. Like if you're pulling a child, right?
Yeah.
Like his arm or whatever, right? And if you're kind of only blocking him, and they're pushing him with your body weight and all that, it's going to be much easier, and it's going to be less likely, less likely to see injuries and all that. And also, you would be blocking his side.
Of the actual thing that's evoking the behavior. Yeah.
Exactly. So I would say the positioning, can be better, for mom.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's
No. Don't you hit their car. I said no. I'm not for Jaden. I'm not for Jaden.
So I'm assuming that if she says timeout, and this whole thing of like kind of like holding him like that, that's kind of quote unquote timeout. Yeah, it looks more like a hug to me, if you ask me. Like it looks more like a. But.
No, Pansy, for Jaden. No, you're not a good boy. I will get your Pansy if you get in the car.
For sure, I would say it's also like kind of restrained, right? There's restraining going on there. Like there's some type of physical restraint happening there with mom.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Get in the car and I'll give you your pencil.
So you saw that what happened there? He threw his what's it called? His little the mouthing thing.
Blinky?
Yeah, he threw it on the ground, and then since like I guess he tried to get he like the whole thing of trying to get access to it again. Mom used that to try to get him up there into the car, which is kind of hitting the point here, which you just said earlier, which is if mom would have other possible reinforcers available to get on in the car, there's a high chance that this actually would work without having to resort to going through all of this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, you want to be proactive, right? You want to make sure if transitioning, you know, is a problem, like transitioning from like a preferred place to a not so preferred place is an issue, then mom probably would want to think about ways like, you know, like room or like, you know, like a pre-mag, you know, if later on we go outside and get into the car, then we can go to McDonald's and, you know, have ice cream or whatever, right? You want to make sure, you know, before the behavior starts, you want to already clearly state what's going to happen, you know, and it's something positive. Is that, you know, what mom is doing is, okay, if you don't stop crying, I'm gonna put you on timeout.
Yes.
You know? So that's not the way.
Very reactive, right? The reactive, but in all fairness, I see a lot of these behaviors, and I see parents tend to do that, right? Which is where us as clinicians or, you know, people that should have the experience to like come in and help them out to troubleshoot through it.
Yeah, and you know, something like a timer would help.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that timers do help. Timers do help a lot. You know, I think that for sure having some type of like visual to kind of understand what's going on for the kid. Okay.
Yeah, or just a watch, like that. Oh, nowadays. You use a phone to
So she got him in the car. But you saw that the thing that worked was that contingency, like, you know, that thing he really trying to get access to his to his little mouthing piece thing, and then I'm assuming he's gonna get it now. There it is. You saw that? So she put it in his mouth.
Yeah, good. But that's a good thing, you know. Mom actually did follow through, you know, with her promise.
Correct.
And well, another good thing that I think mom did is, in general, although the child had like a tantrum, like a meltdown, you know, it did insist that they're not going back.
She followed through. Yeah, she followed through. You know, we call it in terms of there's that, you know, follow through or escape extinction procedure where you just, you know, no matter what, you're gonna get there, right? If it takes you a long time, it doesn't matter, but you're gonna follow through with the instruction.
Yeah, at least mom did, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think mom did a good job in this way. But, you know, what we were saying, you know, earlier is just things that can make this even better.
Yeah, room for improvement for sure. Yeah, well, you know what? I have a bunch of React videos. So what I'm gonna do is next segment that we have for this, we can watch, because I have a lot of really interesting ones that I'm interested to, you know, hear your take, and we can kind of talk about it. But this is a good one, I think. This is one that I see a lot of people using in their trainings for sure. This whole
it's fun.
It's a good example for sure of what happens. So I wanted to kind of like show you some cool memories here before we finish the day.
Wow.
So the first picture there, it's me at your office. I feel like a boss right there, you know, with all the cool like diplomas in the background. The second one is us, you know, that day when I arrived to Hong Kong, went out for dinner. Appreciate that. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then the last one right there was with my little man.
Graduation.
Yes, our graduation. Yeah, my little man is no longer like that anymore. Like, you know, literally.
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
I saw the pictures on Facebook.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I posted one today, and I'm like, the guy's big, man.
Yeah. Is he gonna be a pro poker player?
We hope so. It's a lot of work, but you know, it's crazy to think about, like, you know, where he was at. Like, you know, this is like literally outside you know, where's the Pasadena, I think, hall or something.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Exactly. 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yes, and I put here before the gray hair. I said.
Oh, this gray hair. Look at the
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah, right
All
here.
black. It's all black.
Yeah, man, but there it is. So I really appreciate this first, like I said, podcast. You know, I really hope people get a chance to watch all of it, because I think it's good information about, you know, the aspect of, you know, how we all go through our development and our growth as professionals, and also the fact that from all of this, our friendship came out of this. Behavior analysis, you know, brought this friendship, which, to be honest with you, is pretty cool to see, man.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, well, these are really good memories, you know, and I'm really, you know, I don't know how I should put it, but, you know, I'm glad you actually invited me to this podcast, and then we get to talk about, you know, all the cool stuff, you know, like back in the past, you know, about the you know, how I got into ABA too, reacting to videos and all that. It was all fun, you know. So thank you for, you know, the great experience, and, you know, I hope, you know, in the future, you know, we can do more of these kind of podcasts. You know, we can react to more videos, and I'm sure, you know, the audience, you know, who actually listen to your podcast and listen to your channel and check out your channel would really benefit from, you know, these reaction videos, right? Because I'm sure a lot of parents are experiencing what the mom is experiencing in the video.
Yes. No, thank you. And also, like, you know, professionals, right? People that work in the field, they have these kind of episodes. They happen. I mean, it happened to me. I'm sure they happened to you. So getting a take or getting some ideas from another, you know, from another side, you know, could potentially give them some ideas to navigate through that. But much appreciated. And yes, we will do a lot more. We do have some React videos. You and I are going to do a special segments on that. Today was literally our first one where we were just gonna like get to know you, so that world can start knowing, you know, who's this gentleman here now that's reacting to these cool videos. So now you know who he is Dr. Wong, Willie Wong, and then he's gonna now officially be part of like the React videos, a really popular segment that we want to just continue growing. So thank you so much, man. Yeah, take care, man. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate the talk.
All right, thank
Peace.
you so much for having me here.
All right, peace, man. Take care.
All right, bye, guys.